Hello guys, what's up? Welcome back to Mighty for Reals Point. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome back to a brand new video. Now today I'm feeling a bit, okay. My football mojo is back and I want to talk football today. Because after Chelsea drew with Bournemouth on Sunday, I was so pissed off, so annoyed. I didn't want to do anything about football. I didn't want to talk about football. I didn't even want to watch football. But that's a bit of a lie because I do watch football almost every single day. Anyway, what are we talking about today? Now, today I want to focus on two teams. I want to focus on United and Chelsea. Now, both these teams are in a crisis. Make no mistake about that. Both these teams are in crisis. But which is the bigger crisis? Now, the midweek games have been played. The Champions League's been played yesterday and Tuesday. Arsenal won their game 4-0. But they're playing a bunch of part-timers. PSV is not a team. It's nothing to boast about because you beat PSV. Anybody can beat them. United had a tougher test, but how did they perform? They got thrashed. They absolutely got battered by Bayern Munich. And I think the 4-2 scoreline flatters United. That could have been a cricket score, ladies and gentlemen. It could have been a cricket score. Because I watched the game and United are in crisis. It's a full-blown crisis. Whether you like it or not, United are in a crisis. And I think for me, it's a deeper crisis than Chelsea are in. I mean, Chelsea's crisis Chelsea have only been in a crisis for a year, since Chelsea Football Club was embezzled, swindled, stolen away from Roman Abramovich, who should be the rightful owner. He should still be the owner of Chelsea Football Club. Make no mistake about that. Chelsea Football Club was stolen, embezzled, swindled away from Roman Abramovich, and we ended up with these American clowns, Clear Lake, with Bole and Egbali. That lot know nothing about football. They're just out there to make a franchise. And it's funny we're talking about that because these two clubs I'm looking at today are both owned by Americans. We all know United has been owned by the Glazers for years now. They're refusing to sell the club. The fans want them out. But why do you think that there's a problem? There's a crisis at United. We're having the same crisis at Chelsea. We've only had American owners for a year, and for me, these owners at Chelsea are taking the club in the wrong direction. Anyway, we're talking about two clubs. I think there's a joke going out there that United, no more faggy time, can't win a thing. Now, if you've been watching football for years, from the 90s, 2000, when Sir Alex Ferguson was manager at United, United used to get dodgy decisions. So we used to call that faggy time, when they were losing a game or drawing a game. You could get minutes added onto a game, like 10 minutes added onto a game until United get the equalizer or get the winner. We used to call that faggy time. And United actually won a lot of things using faggy time. We used to have decisions given to United. I remember the Roel Caro one, the goalkeeper, when I think they were playing a league game, and it was at Old Trafford. The ball crosses the line, 5 yards in the net. Roel Caro manages to bring it back, but everybody in the stadium saw that ball cross the line, and the referee for some reason gave that goal. Disallowed the goal and said no, it was a save. Anybody in the stadium could see that that ball had crossed the line. Anyway, that's what we used to call Fergie time. But is there a coincidence between? If you look, Fergie has been gone for Fergie left United 10 years ago. Actually, this year is the 10th anniversary of Fergie of Sir Alex Ferguson leaving Man United. And in 10 years, United have been going on the decline. They've made the wrong decisions signing players. They're making the wrong decisions on managers. Nothing seems to work. And actually, if you look at the economics, United have the biggest net spend in the Premier League, you know, because they buy a lot, they spend a lot and don't sell a lot. On the other hand, Chelsea have got one of the best net spend. Between 2013 and 2023, Chelsea have spent £1 billion, but they've sold players in and around that figure. So their net spend is one of the best because they sell academy players, you know, and the books are balancing at Chelsea. United is a different story. We saw it this year. They could not buy players until they could sell players, for example, because they are on the margins of of crossing the financial fair play rules. And for me, that all tells you this is a club in crisis. Anyway, I must pinch myself. Chelsea are in disarray. I mean, I don't recognize the team that I've supported for years. But every time United play, I mean, over the weekend they got absolutely destroyed by. I think they've not won in 4. Yeah, they got destroyed by Brighton. They were schooled. They were taken back to school. You know, they were given a footballing lesson. You know, by Brighton. 3-1. They lost at Old Trafford, and 3-4 days later, this is the game where they wanted to come back and show that they're still in there. And what I saw yesterday was men against boys. You know, well, you know, sometimes we have this saying that, you know, we always, you know, it's human nature to say, oh, I'm in a worse position, or I'm not financially well, or no, everything is not coming for me. Sometimes you just need to look around and see there are other people who are actually in a terrible situation. Now, for football, I mean, I'm really pissed off with Chelsea right now. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. We can't score goals. The owners have brought in all these young players, no experience and that. And it's cost Chelsea the ability to compete. But when you look at United with the money they're spending, and they're getting absolutely thrashed. They've got a manager who's been there for over a year now. You know, there's no excuses. They've bought experienced players. Some of the players they're bringing in, you have to question themselves. Now, like the signing of Mason Mount, for me, that is laughable because Mason Mount is not good enough. You know, for 60 million for a player who had 1 season left at Chelsea, he couldn't even get. Mason Mount could not get in that Chelsea team right now, but they paid 60 million. These are the decisions that United have been making that are actually taking them down. So, if you compare the two teams, for me, United it's more than a crisis. They're rotten. It's a rotten club. It's a broken club. You know, Chelsea. We've got this year. If this year is as bad as last year, then yeah, definitely there's issues there. But United, is it Fergie time? Please tell me. Were they winning things because of Fergie time? People watching out there, you know, you can put, you know, you can have an input in it. But if you look at both clubs, I would say United are in a worse crisis than Chelsea, because the Chelsea crisis has only lasted a year. You know, just over 3 years ago, Chelsea were European champions. United, since Fergie left in 2013, that's when Fergie left United. That's 10 years. They've got 2 trophies. Yeah, one of them is the Carabao Cup, and an FA Cup that was won by Van Gaal. Just 2 trophies, and the league positioning has been very, very bad. I think United, if you're a United fan out there, you need to be concerned, because when is this going to stop? I mean, you've got a manager who is fighting with players right now. Ten Hag fighting with Sancho. Yes, you know, if you're going to back that up with results, you know, you can get away with it. But if you're fighting with players, telling lies about players, and then you're going out there and getting absolutely thrashed, then you've got an issue. You got an issue, ladies and gentlemen. So if I was a United fan, I'd be very, very, very worried. They've got 6 points after 5 games. You know, this is the year where they were supposed to do something in the league. You know, I think they're just going down, and I think the manager has got to be. I think Ten Hag is deluded. He's deluded. Every time they lose a game, it's not his fault, but the referees. He's talking about the refereeing decisions. Talking about penalties not given. He's arguing with other players, playing it out in the media. You know, this is a red flag. These are red flags. You know, this guy is not the guy for United. I mean, United fans, what do you think? I think you're in a worse crisis than Chelsea. But as long as you're down there with us, there's something to hold on for. As a Chelsea fan, I'm thinking, oh, okay, right, okay. When I look around, I'm like, oh, United, it's not going well as well. I'm not worried about Arsenal. They're not going to win anything. They always never win anything. They're just participating. You know, I'm not worried about them. But the two big clubs for me in the league, United and Chelsea, those two clubs are in crisis. But United is a worse crisis. And if I was a United fan, I'll be worried. We're going to end this here. And I hope to see you in the next one. Subscribe if you like the topics I'm talking about. And I'll catch you later. Relax, guys.